Eric. Deep breath. Calm down. Ignore the camera.
Ready?
It's not here. It's been a while. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
You're going to be staring at it again, aren't you?
Yeah, probably.
Hey everyone, Talking with Spirits, episode 11, I do believe. And if not, then make up your own number. You're watching it, so we don't know what order you're watching them in either. So tonight we're just gonna sit down, talk in general, maybe talk about what we plan on doing in the future, and take it from there.
Start it off.
Anybody, bring up a subject.
You guys have done a private investigation?
We did. We assisted Adam and Sarah. I'm not going to give the location away, apart from it was in Tama. But someone, they've moved out, but they said while they were there, they were seeing, with their eye, they were seeing like red lights. They could feel sometimes the bed move, and also someone sitting down on the bed maybe every now and then. So we figured we'd check it out. All the furniture was gone, it was empty, and it was kind of exciting. I didn't think it was going to be honest with you. I thought, we were going to go there and it was an empty house and nothing happened, and but we got quite a few, but we got some pretty good EMF readings, which we don't normally get, and Jeff ran those down. And then we did the spirit box. And the strange thing about that was we were in the middle of Tama, and we weren't getting any radio stations at all. We let it cruise through all the channels. We were getting nothing. And then when we started asking questions, we were getting short bursts that were words, if you think they are or not. We put them up on the channel, so make your own decisions. But it was even if you don't agree with the words, it was peculiar. We were getting bursts over the radio after we asked the question. And then nothing, so, which is, I've never had on a spirit box when it's picking something up.
No, that doesn't sound normal.
I mean, as far as the homeowners or whoever they were, do they feel that they were malicious, or were they just...
No, they kind of ignored it. They just said funny things go on.
Yeah, chalked up to certain,
just unexplained
the situation,
events
unexplained, something that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, really only came to light when they were moving out that they mentioned that it was going on, and
Really?
So we got the opportunity to go in and check it.
We didn't get the red lights or red eyes or anything like that. We were busy. I was running around trying to debunk that, just because the way the house situated and stuff like that, what it was butted up to and things. Not saying it couldn't have happened.
I came close. There was a driveway.
Yeah.
About towards the end of the block, and I saw someone pull in, hit their brake lights.
Alright.
And yeah, you could see red lights, but it didn't match what they were
What their
describing.
descriptions were.
So, take that away.
Well, I mean, could that have been something had plugged in that maybe they didn't realize there was a light on the back of something, or no idea.
Well, they were
Like you said, the house was empty, so...
Yeah, and they were describing it on the wall.
Opposite of...
Which, if you did a line from where they were seeing it to the window, it was going out to a backyard and then a tree and then a shed. So...
And trying to do it from the other direction to
No
put it up to where...
radio towers or anything out in the...
And if there was, there's mature trees that were blocking all that type of...
Gotcha.
So, I mean, we didn't encounter that, so really, I really don't want to comment on it, on what it could be. But...
The other stuff, though...
Yeah.
The other stuff, though, like John said, was interesting, especially for it just being, a house. I mean, it was definitely active. There was stuff going on that we couldn't pinpoint. And
Well, you said more active than Velisca, so...
it was.
I mean, Velisca, we didn't get...
Those that watched know Velisca was...
Yeah.
Not to beat a dead horse when it's down, but it was dead.
It was So I mean, that was interesting. I mean, it makes it to a point where I would do something like that again, just to even have somebody else sit there and say, well, hey, we got this stuff going on, just to see what we get at a different, because like they said, you run into some people that throw it out there and it becomes butt kiss, which, kind of like, you can sit there and say, well, it was probably somebody not explaining something to somebody else when something got moved or blah, 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 and they were thinking that this stuff was going on, and this person liked it there. Well, in this instance, there was nothing to technically move. There was nothing in the house except us. Some of the equipment we had.
Did you guys do trigger objects at all, or anything?
Not
that
really.
maybe they could even possibly
We were
move, or-
We put out.
testing some things.
I built some trays, which I might do a short video showing people later. But they're basically see-through plastic with a cavity in the middle, and then there's iron filings in there. So what they're there to do is detect any magnetic field. So basically you shake them, so there's just like a little line of iron filings along the bottom, and then you lay them
So
down.
if any magnetic
So if
field
anything
passes,
moves
it'll
across,
move.
yeah. So then you can see that the iron filings have moved. So we had those out, and
we had the
I couldn't test it because I kicked them halfway through as I was walking past. It really annoyed the crap out of me. So we're going to put them up on.
We're gonna try it
high.
again.
So our next investment's going to be a shop vac. So
Yeah.
we can vacuum up anything.
take care of our metal filings.
Even make them black and boxes.
What was definitely interesting is we actually took Nom Nom with us, which is our
Ghost
ghost
feeder.
feeder, and it was active. Now, it was not as active as when you guys had it out of Edinburgh, but technically it shouldn't have been active in this house at all.
Empty house.
And that's another thing. So it was like really active at the beginning.
Yeah.
And my thing is when it's that active, especially at the beginning, I think maybe, have they got crink in the cable? We put new batteries in, so we want the batteries. So I kind of always doubt it when it goes off.
Which is something we need to
And
stop doing, I guess.
I played with it and it was still doing it, and I just thought, bugger it, walked off, and about 10 minutes later it calmed down and stopped doing it.
Yep.
And then Harvey went off again. So I'm like, I don't know
And
how
most-
that happens.
Well, and the most interesting thing when we thought about it and we were discussing it too was it was funny how it did it when we were in there.
Yeah,
Okay, now
again,
none of us
we do.
had anything. I mean, I had to get my wedding ring right way up to it again to even get it to sense it.
Yeah.
We're all in the room.
I mean, is that something we should start doing though, is make sure we don't have our cell phones or something on us when we're
Well, see, here's what we were
in
thinking.
that vicinity? Maybe.
Even we were in the same room. It was in the center of the room. We were all on the outskirts of it, and it was like it was attracted to the fact that we were in there. Because as soon as we left the room, silence, nothing.
And
So
to back that up, when we did all go back into the room, it was silent.
it was silent
We sat down and we did the spirit box session, and then
when we started.
one time it went off during the spirit box session, and we said, "Did you do that?" And you can hear, what's it? I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Huh.
it's just
Yeah.
the probabilities to me. You keep adding them up after investigation.
Well,
after
and-
investigation. It's like,
Like I said, the
ugh.
most hilarious thing is we got that. I'm gonna call it the cheap K2 meter, whatever you want to call it.
Honestly, honey, bleepies.
It was that it's supposed to, which is supposed to look pretty when it goes off, type of deal, right? We've never had it go off, okay? And I'm like,
No.
we've been in. Well, we
but-
have, but
Very rare.
it went off there twice, and not just for these little short bursts. It was like going, and then stopped,
Yeah.
and it was like,
we use the tri-fill to try and chase down
yeah.
any lines, wires. I mean, we know
I was
every
all
wire
over
in that- yeah, he
that
was
house.
running around for about half an hour chasing every line, and there was nothing near it. So,
So make of that what you will. We,
I'd like to go back there again though before the new people move in, if we can,
yeah,
and just do that.
Yeah.
I was-
Just to get a second data point, because one data
Yeah.
point, it's just like you don't know, you can't
Yeah.
really draw conclusions. If
Yeah.
you go back and see it again, then I'd like to do that. And then I'll talk to Sarah, see if we can all go down as a team.
well, the interesting thing about it too,
And we don't have to stay all night. I mean,
Right.
because
We were there
that's
till
another
midnight.
one. It was like the Granger.
we're gonna test
it
it.
went between 6 and 8.
Yep,
Yep, and then it died.
it died.
We were there till midnight, and I was like, I
Course, you
don't
wasn't
stay
feeling
all
good,
night
but-
'cause I won't feel. I'm still
but-
getting over a cold.
But still, so it was interesting, which we'd like to do that again, get into town, we got there about 4:30, 5 o'clock, whatever it was, grabbed a bite to eat quick, and then we went to the house, we did our walk around. That's when I was doing, chasing shit down and stuff down, excuse me, sorry.
He said shit on
I
YouTube.
know, right? We're gonna get
Oh my god.
yeah, we're gonna get banned.
We're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, we
said
don't make
more
any
than
fucking
that on
money.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's safe to use on TV.
But like John said, from like 6 to 8, 6 to 10, whatever, we were getting stuff, and then it just ended. Like they were done. So we'd like to do it again just to see.
That's a pattern
If
we
it
did
happens-
at other places too. Every area kind of has its hot time, and then
Well, and
it.
things we're running into too, which John has a couple of the, snippets up there. We were getting names that we don't know coincide with previous owners and the prior owners.
Well, and they were also
So-
saying that they never lived there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they didn't live
Which
there.
is weird, because we had the
Crazy.
history of the house, and we knew it had been owned by two people, two different families, and we knew the name of the families before, and the name of the family that was moving out, and and we got the name Emma
Yeah.
2 or 3 times, and so we've got a thing out to say, look, do you know if there was an Emma, or does that mean anything to you? I haven't got a response yet. And then the other thing is, when we said, when did you live here? When did kept hearing the word didn't. And one said, did you live here? And one answer was practically.
Yep.
Or practically did.
Practically did.
And then after that, didn't. But it was in a different voice. So it was like really freaking weird.
It's almost like we had, for better lack of terms, it was like there was
Yeah,
a
gang.
highway going through.
Like a neighbor or something.
Yeah, it's just-
like, they stayed here all the time, kind of a.
Could be.
I kind of practically lived here,
Practically
but
lived there.
So
Or figure out what was there before the house, maybe.
right.
Yeah. Because-
see if we can make sense of that. But,
well, we were discussing if you take
Well,
the
it's-
whole ghost,
Tama too, though. I mean, that's a kind of reservation.
yeah.
right? But
So-
if you go off of ghosts and spirits, walls technically don't hold you in place, anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
there could be ghosts running through this building for all we know. You know what I'm saying?
The other,
Yeah.
Right.
the other one that got me when
Ooh.
Sarah said, "What town are we in?" It actually said Tama.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, to be honest,
Make of that what you want. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
well, wait.
I mean,
Like I
that's
say,
it.
what was funny
It
though was
is.
I enjoyed that investigation almost as much as some of the other ones
And it
for
didn't
just
cost
going
you-
to a house. I
And
mean,
it didn't cost you $500.
which we won't get into names, Mason.
There is no price tag on what we do. Just saying.
Yes, there is. It's what comes out of our wallet.
I'm just trying to throw that out. I'm trying to throw that out there.
I know that.
We all know better.
Please
than
buy
that.
my book.
I know in the famous words of MasterCard, it's priceless,
So we
but
can-
come on.
So we can continue to do what we
Yeah. Support our.
Have these. That kind of thing. We are poor children.
All right, so future investigations. Let's see.
Yes. So
Debbie had talked about maybe Farrar.
it was full. We tried to get it. Was it this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For today.
The
Yeah, for
11th.
today.
Yeah.
And it-
Okay, so we'll scratch that one.
We've got Edinburgh for New Year's
New Year's
Eve.
Eve. That
Yep.
should be fun.
That is going to be a fun one because
And
we
it better not be shitty cold.
it will be.
It will be.
So,
But
Bet you.
This how this October is going.
bring your thermal.
You know it's going to be shitty.
but I'm hoping that with
And snow.
what it is and the fact that when we get there we can announce, which if they're intelligent they already know what day it is if you go off of that. If not, we're going to let people know that's why we're here, is we're celebrating New Year's Eve.
You weren't with us last time we did it, were you?
Nope.
Yeah, I think
Ego
He-
was.
I was.
I was not.
I got my SD card erased.
Because that's when we did the, Sarah and Adam were
Yeah,
with us.
correct, yep.
And that's when we did the big band music down in the basement.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
We want to do that again, but it'll be
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Yep.
But
The
it'll
other
be New
time,
Year's Eve, so
the
that-
time when we went back with the first time we actually went as a group with Ron, we were hearing party music. And what night was
Oh.
that? It was a special night that night where there would have been a party. I
It was
can't-
December 28th.
What with?
Because it was
Oh
my
yeah,
birthday.
yeah, that was it. December
my
28th.
birthday.
Yeah, so it would have been around Christmas time.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
you know, we were hearing kind of party music, and we thought we heard like murmured talking, but you know,
Right.
That would be amazing.
Because I think it was a Friday or something. Because it was like, Eric, go out there on your birthday. I'm like,
Why not?
just a day. I can party tomorrow.
Happy birthday! Well done for staying alive! Thank you. Try my best.
So yeah, that's,
I haven't had any better offers.
that's going to be a big one, because I know the 4 of us are going, and then my wife and daughter are going.
You gonna be able to make it to this one?
I can't remember when it is, but I think so.
It'll be a Thursday,
December,
Wednesday night.
31st.
It's a Wednesday night.
New Year's
December
Eve.
31st, New
New
Year's
Year's
Eve,
Eve.
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So to Thursday, Thursday morning. So
Yeah,
we all have the day off technically, unless
I'll be able to go.
we're working fast food. Anyway,
And Adam said he's going.
so
Oh wow, so we'll be a lot.
Yeah, well, that's a big
but
place.
it's a
That would
big
be
place, so
awesome.
we can get. So hopefully we can pinpoint some things as far, because every time we seem to go there, it's in the opposite area of where we're
Well,
at.
I mean, and that's
Well,
it's too many people sometimes. Because like if you're at one end and I'm at another,
Hello.
and I hear something, how do I know
Right.
it's not coming from you? So I mean, we're gonna have to.
Well, we can team some things
We'll
too.
manage it.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna go in
we'll
with,
figure it out.
which brings me then, I guess, the other big one that we got going, which we got Adam and Sarah talked into, is we're gonna do on November 29th this year, which is a Friday, which will be Black Friday. We're doing a 24-hour investigation
At the Granger.
at the Granger.
So,
So we were going to be there at a certain time Friday morning, and staying there until Saturday. So
but
Yeah, but they
we've
say
never
it's
done
really,
a 24-hour.
no, the interesting
so-
thing about this is this experiment that I've wanted to run for a while, and Granger's the place where we can do it because we've been there so many times, and also we've got stuff. I want to do a predictive ghost hunt where we make a chart, or where we say, okay, this is going to happen at this certain times. This is what we're going to get because that's what we've been getting. If that happens, for me that's a big leap because in science you do experiments and you predict what the outcome's going to be, and if it is,
Your
that's a leap.
hypothesis.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I want to try that at the Granger House doing that, and then if that does turn out to be true, we are going to leave that at the Granger House for other groups when they go to also comment
At
on.
this time.
Yeah,
See if
check
it
for
List
this.
for this.
Kind of a
or-
checklist.
Check for this, and we'll see then.
And we're going to set
Groups
it up.
coming in behind.
Yeah, we're going to set it up for the other groups though as checkbox. Not they don't unless they want to write stuff down. Because sometimes it's great to correspond notes, but if not, then they can check yes or no.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
But then it would correlate with some of our stuff. Kind of get
But for me, personally, that's a thing I want to do, just because it's more objective than sitting there randomly trying to field stuff.
It's closer to proof as well. You can say, hey, go here at around this time.
Well, it's proof that it
And this'll
happened.
happen.
It's-
Again,
I mean, it's
what
proof
it
that it's
is.
happened. I mean, what it is. There
Well,
you
it's
go.
no
'Cause
proof
then
of
somebody
what it
can come
is.
in and be like,
Yeah.
what
no,
happens
it's
when somebody
just
else
this.
goes in.
Almost every time that we've gone there.
you know, like
we
I
sit
can tell you, a
around-
train
Right.
passes by my
Yeah.
house at 3:00 every morning.
Yeah.
And
Which is,
check for that. Yeah, well, it's gonna happen because
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what happens at 3:00 in the morning. A train passes by my house.
but if we, I mean, it's just proof of, it's not random, I guess is where I'm aiming for
Yeah.
first. Now, that doesn't prove
Constant,
that it's
but-
ghosts,
right.
and it doesn't prove or anything else, objectively, but it does prove that
Something that happened.
the anomalies that we're getting
Yeah.
actually have a pattern.
Yep.
So then we just got to figure out what those anomalies are. So, which is going to be a lot harder, I feel.
Well, at least with that test, it can help us kind of
Well, it just means we're not
get
getting random
yeah,
crap.
exactly.
I think, and which is a small step, but an important one.
And that's when?
November
29th.
29th.
Yeah, day
Black
after
Friday.
Thanksgiving. So it'll be 24 hours. You can stop. You don't have to be there all 24 hours.
I don't know. I know.
Come on.
Chain him down. Put him in the basement.
I'd be interested in that because of how active they say it is during the day.
I'll come and I'll bring you guys some lunch.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be awesome.
I'll be the runner.
Yeah. Here you go, suckers. I mean, good job, guys. Look at that.
Keep looking.
Yeah. Keep going, team.
And again, nothing against the Granger House. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Sorry, Adam. Sorry, Sarah. It's not my cup of tea.
It's not your style of ghost hunting.
I want it in my face.
Ghost too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Man,
That took you a while.
man, I walked into that one.
Yeah.
It would be. It's gonna be in your face.
Editing.
Oh no,
Right.
that will stay in.
You ought to hear their podcast.
So yeah, we're definitely interested in doing that one.
Yep. That's good.
No, that's cool. I mean, I'm game. Like I always said, I'll have to give it another chance. You know, just from that one time I did it, probably
Even if you're,
isn't enough for me to really.
like I said, even if you come in the afternoon or something like that, and
Yeah.
you show up later on in the evening and then go, leave
Couple
again
hours,
type
leave.
deal, just for
Show up, sit around,
see what happens.
see what happens, catch up on what we found. You know, whatever.
Right.
You know, whatever you want to do. One thing we do got to think about is what places do we want to revisit, I guess, next year going on. I mean,
Well, obviously
So-
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh as much as possible.
Yeah, as
I'd like
much as
that.
possible. As many times we can get in that. would be
Not the
great.
Mason Inn, sorry.
I definitely
Unless we're
like,
all going
You know,
this
yeah,
time.
I'd go there if we had, enough people where we could kind of camp every room.
Yeah,
And still, we wouldn't have to run around or anything, just camp every bloody room.
yeah.
Just have everybody in a room.
And John, I know you're not big on traveling.
I want to do the squirrel cage again.
Me too.
I would like to do Estes Park. If we could somehow
Where's
make
this
that
park? Where's that?
Colorado.
That'd be cool, man.
That's it.
Come
It's
on,
like
that'd
a
be cool.
12-hour
Like,
drive.
Colorado is beautiful.
That's the spark. That would be.
The Stanley Motel.
Yeah, I know.
And you can book the rooms. You just got to make sure. And it's like $200 a night.
12-hour drive though.
It's a drive, yes. I understand, John. But, we got licensed drivers that
All right.
we could probably, just try to get out of, I know it's kind of on a loop.
To be honest, you know what I'd like to see us do, because we have yet to do it, and everybody, Melbourne Manor.
I'm game with that.
We have.
I'm game with
as
that.
far as even just going there once, we have yet to even put that in our.
I'm game with that. I'm game
I mean,
with
we
that.
should try and do at least a couple of ones that we've
Because
never
funny.
done.
Well, and we're gonna, once we send this out, hopefully we'll get a response. We're gonna try to do that Battle of Athens.
Yep.
Which was like a town of like 300, 400 people stood off against 8,000
Wow.
soldiers coming in and held their ground and fought them off. And
This is Sparta.
That's
Pretty much.
only hour and a half drive away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
Just
fun.
over, and there is actually a couple of standing buildings still there.
That's cool.
So
I'm not against driving. I can handle 4 or 5 hours anymore. And then if we think of what's in 4 or 5 hours, you got what? St. Louis, we got.
well, it depends on which way we're headed.
Well, but what I'm saying is a 4-hour drive.
Because Missouri State Penitentiary would be awesome too.
Yep.
That'd be awesome.
And then we've got, how far is Kansas City from here?
4 hours.
About
See?
4 hours.
So we can look for
Same
haunted
same
places there.
as St. Louis,
Yep.
same as
Yeah, so we can start looking at those
Minneapolis,
places. Yep. So, I don't mind doing a 4-hour drive.
Chicago. There's quite a few across the
Same
border.
here.
Like
I
Rock
ain't
Island.
driving
and-
in Chicago.
No, but over towards that like Rock Island
Rock
area.
Island, Moline. Yeah, so we should start doing some digging.
Yeah.
And anybody watching, send us
Ideas,
ideas.
places. Some hopefully off the kind of obscure. Maybe like not
Yeah.
on a loop.
Yeah.
Like not everybody's been to. Just kind of a random. Hey, check this out.
Yeah.
There's like
Oh,
some
there's-
old motels or hotels.